The morning sunlight spilled through the massive glass windows of the executive lounge, turning the air into a haze of gold. And in that very moment, one he never meant to witness, Aiden Hale froze. He had pushed open the wrong door while rushing to deliver signed documents, and standing there, half-turned, mid-change, was Aurora Vantel, the famously untouchable CEO of Vantel Dynamics. Her eyes widened, but instead of anger, something else flickered across her face. Something he didn't understand. Before he could stumble out an apology, she spoke words that would change everything. If you believe in kindness, unexpected moments, and second chances, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to Heartbeat Tales. Your support keeps these stories alive. Aiden had worked at the company for only 3 weeks, taking a lower-level operations job because it was the only role with stable hours that allowed him to care for his 6-year-old daughter, Maya. Life had not been gentle with him. Losing his wife 2 years earlier had hollowed him out, leaving behind a quiet ache that never quite left his chest. He lived paycheck to paycheck, often skipping meals so his daughter wouldn't have to. Every morning he carried the weight of survival on his shoulders, yet he still offered the world a tired smile. Aurora, on the other hand, lived a life wrapped in luxury and expectations. To most, she appeared emotionless, sharp, flawless, intimidating. But beneath her composed exterior lived a loneliness born from growing up in a world where love was conditional and vulnerability was punished. She had never known the warmth of a family dinner, the chaos of a lived-in home, or the comfort of someone choosing to stay. And then, fate collided with both their worlds in that accidental moment. Aiden's voice trembled as he stammered, I'm so sorry, ma'am. I didn't know anyone was—" But Aurora lifted a hand, stopping him gently. Her tone wasn't cold nor angry. Instead, it held a softness he never expected. "Aiden, are you all right?" The question stunned him. Why would someone like her care? He muttered another apology, eyes lowered, but she stepped closer, now fully dressed in a soft, off-shoulder sweater, warmth glowing around her from the sunlight behind her. She studied his face carefully, as if she had noticed the exhaustion hiding beneath his polite expression. "You look like you haven't slept," she murmured quietly. "Sit for a moment." He didn't know why he obeyed. Maybe it was the gentleness in her voice. Maybe he simply didn't have the strength to resist. He sat on the couch and she sat beside him, her posture softened, almost vulnerable. In the golden light of morning, she didn't look like a CEO. She looked human. Aiden told her a little, not meaning to, but unable to hide the heaviness anymore. How Maya had been sick recently, how childcare costs were drowning him, how he had taken the job out of desperation, how he feared losing it if he made even one mistake. Aurora listened, really listened, and as he spoke, something inside her shifted, something unfamiliar, something warm. She realized she wasn't looking at an employee. She was looking at a father quietly fighting the kind of battles she herself had never endured, but deeply respected. Later that afternoon, she sought him out again. Aiden tried to avoid her, terrified that their morning encounter would cost him his job, but she approached him gently in the hallway. "Aiden," she said, "what happened today stays between us. But I want you to know something. Strength like yours deserves support, not punishment." He didn't understand what she meant until the following week, when she called him into her office. His heart pounded as he stepped inside, expecting consequences. Instead, she slid a small folder across the desk. "Effective immediately," she said softly. "You're being promoted to logistics coordinator. Higher pay, flexible hours, company childcare benefits. You've earned this." Aiden stared at her, stunned. Gratitude surged through him, tightening his throat. He tried to speak, but no words arrived. Aurora smiled faintly, the kind of smile that carried secrets of its own. From that day forward, their paths kept crossing, sometimes intentionally, sometimes as if drawn together by something unseen. Aurora found herself softening when Aiden spoke about Maya, about the little victories and tiny joys that lit up his world. Aiden, in turn, discovered a gentler side of Aurora, not the CEO carved from marble, but a woman who longed for real connection. Weeks passed, and the office noticed changes. Aurora laughed a little more. Aiden walked with a lighter step. Maya adored Aurora from the moment she met her, often running into her office with crayon drawings that Aurora proudly displayed on her wall. One sunny afternoon, much like the day they first collided, Aurora invited Aiden and Maya to her home for a small company brunch. But when the guests left, and only the three of them remained, Aurora found herself kneeling beside Maya on the couch, helping her pick up fallen markers. Aiden stood nearby, watching the scene with quiet tenderness, and Aurora looked up at him with the same soft, vulnerable expression she had worn the day he accidentally walked in on her. "I never knew what home felt like," she whispered, her voice trembling, "not until the day you opened the wrong door." Aiden felt something warm bloom inside his chest, a feeling he hadn't allowed himself in years, and in that golden sunlit moment, surrounded by laughter, softness, and second chances, he finally believed that unexpected moments could change everything. If this story touched your heart, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Your support means more than you know. Special request: comment "Second chances bloom in daylight" if you felt the emotion of this story.